Hello, students. Your teacher here, Mr. Sarasinski, with another episode of Algebra 1, Literal Equations. Literally awesome equations. No, I'm joking. That was really bad. But literal equations are just equations with multiple variables. Okay. All right, so what I'm here to show you is that you can solve these literal equations with no numbers the same way that you solve equations that do have numbers. And the process is the same. Nothing is different, okay? So what I challenge you to do is to not let equations without numbers scare you. It's like a fear tactic. Don't be afraid. All right, first example, 2x minus 5 equals 13. So in this, we're being told here, solve each of the equations below for x. Well, I know how to solve this two-step equation. Add 5. 2x equals 18, and divide by 2. X equals 9. Okay, that was easy. Now I have this thing with nothing but letters or variables. And if I'm solving for x, I still need to do the same thing. I need to isolate the variable. So I got to get rid of b. Okay, so I bring down ax. Now, on this side, b and c are not like terms, so I cannot combine them, but I can write them beside each other, b plus c. Okay. Now I have to get rid of a, so I'm going to divide by a. And I don't get to pick what I divide into. I have to divide everything by a. So x is equal to b plus c divided by a. Very simple, right? It's the same. We got rid of negative 5. We got rid of b. So in both of those examples, it's like the constant. And then we got rid of 2 by dividing, and in this example of the literal equation, we got rid of a by dividing. It's the same process, okay? So, the similarities. Both use opposite operations to isolate, or inverse operations. Both use opposite operations to isolate. Okay. The literal equation doesn't simplify. So instead of having a nice due to multiple variables. Oops. Variables. Okay. So the literal equation doesn't simplify nicely like the other one that we get this nice clean answer on, right? X equals 9. Instead, we get this other thing, but it's the same. Okay. Let's work a few more. Number 1, A equals L times W. Solve for W. Well, L is being multiplied by W, and I know to get rid of something being multiplied, I need to divide. So I'm going to divide each side by L. So W equals A divided by L. I'm going to put a thing at the bottom so you know it's not a 1. All right, number 2, A equals B times H. Solve for H. Well, B is being multiplied by H. So to get rid of it, I have to divide it. And H equals A divided by B. Okay. Number 3, solve for T. Well, R is being multiplied by T. I hope by now you're starting to get the pattern. If R is being multiplied, we have to divide it. Okay, so T equals T divided by R. Ooh, 3 things being multiplied. Oh no! Okay, this is not hard. Solve for T. Well, P and R are both being multiplied by T. So what if instead of doing it separately, we just did it all at once. Let's just go ahead and divide both things out and take a step away. So t equals I divided by PR. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Number 5, solve for h. Well, L and W are being multiplied by h. So how do we get rid of them? We divide. So h equals V divided by LW. All right, number 6, solve for R. Okay, 2 steps. First, pi is being multiplied by r squared, so we have to get rid of that. So we divide it on both sides, and we're left with r squared equals a divided by pi. And how do we get rid of, what is the opposite of something being squared? Well, the opposite of something being squared is square rooting it. So if you square root one side, you got to square root the other. And the answer is r equals the square root of a divided by pi. Okay. Number 7, solve for c. Well, we got to get rid of negative s. How to get rid of negative s? Add s to both sides. S cancels out. C equals m plus s. Solve for m. D equals m divided by v. Well, we have to get rid of the v being divided into m. How do we get rid of something being divided? We multiply it by v. So I'm going to multiply by v on both sides. These cancel out, and m equals dv. Okay. Hopefully you're keeping up with this. Oop, get rid of that. 2 fingers to move the screen. Okay. There we go. All right, so multi-step problems, helpful hints. Think backwards using PEMDAS. This is order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Remove fractions by multiplying by the reciprocal instead of trying to divide. And the last step is usually to divide by whatever is next to your variable, aka the coefficient to the variable. All right. So, number 9, solve for h. All right, 1/2 is being multiplied by h, and it says right here to multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so let's get rid of that first. Let's multiply both sides by 2. All right, so 1/2 goes away, and we have 2a equals bh. All right. Well, now we have to get rid of the b. So since b is being multiplied by h, I'm going to divide it. Okay, so when you divide by b cancels out, and h equals 2a divided by b. Number 10, solve for b. Well, we have to get rid of 1/3 first. Let's multiply both sides by the reciprocal, which is 3/1, or just 3. Okay. So these cancel, and we have 3v. 3v equals capital B times h. And we need to get rid of the h. So since h is being multiplied by b, I can divide it. And b equals 3v divided by h. Number 11. Okay, before I can solve for m, I have to get rid of the 2. Since 2 is being divided, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. Those will cancel, and 2k equals mv squared. Now, I need to get rid of v squared. I do not need v squared on the right side with m. So I'm going to divide it. And m equals 2k divided by v squared. Number 12, solve for b. All right, b's in the numerator, so I have to get rid of the denominator. Since d is being divided, I'm going to multiply both sides by d. So I get a d equals b plus c. And since I need to solve for b, I need to get rid of c. So AD minus C equals B. Number 13. In case you don't recognize, this is the perimeter formula. It says solve for W. So I know I need to subtract 2L from both sides. That cancels, and I get P minus 2L equals 2W. And then I need to get W by itself, so I'm going to divide by 2. And W equals P minus 2L divided by 2. Number 14, solve for Y. Okay, I need to get rid of AX, so I'm going to subtract it. BY equals C minus AX. And then I need to divide by B to get Y by itself. And Y equals C minus AX divided by B. There we go. Number 15. That was, just to jog your memory, AX plus BY equals C, standard form of a line, linear equation. Y equals MX plus B, this is slope-intercept form of a linear equation. Solve for X. Got to subtract B. MX equals Y minus B. And then divide by M. X equals Y minus B divided by M. Solve for T. Well, T is way over here, so I have to subtract P. So we have PRT equals A minus P. Then I need to divide by PR. And we get T equals A minus P divided by PR. Number 17. Okay, so in order to get rid of 5/9 being multiplied by F minus 32, I can multiply by the reciprocal, which is 9/5 on both sides. Okay, those cancel. And I get 9/5 C equals F minus 32. And then I need to add 32 to both sides. Okay. So I get F equals 9/5 C plus 32. Yay. All right, 18. Solve for B1. This is the formula for the area of a trapezoid. So, we need to get rid of 1/2 H. Well, I know how to get rid of 1/2. I multiply by the reciprocal. And since H is being multiplied, I need to divide it. Okay, so we'll do one step at a time. So this will be 2A equals H times B1 plus B2. And then I need to divide by H. So 2A divided by H equals B1 plus B2. And then I need to subtract B2 from both sides. And finally, I get, let me clear some space to write the answer. Finally, I get 2A divided by H minus B2 equals B1. And that is it. These are literal equations, and this is the way. I hope this helps. Until next time.